I've just finished watching Full House. We finished all 8 seasons 5 weeks later. I love the fact that we got to watch DJ, Stephanie and Michelle grow up into their own little people. Michelle would have to be my favourite character. I first heard about the show a couple years ago when I watched a video on my Facebook feed. It was a scene where all the adults were either arguing or discussing something, and Michelle just waddles into the room, roasts them all to fuck, and then just waddles out, and she just leaves them all just like, what do we do now? And that is why I have loved Michelle from day one. This show has a genuine wholesomeness about it, and while watching it, I stated to Terry a few times that the actors were perfect for their roles. Sometimes I genuinely forgot that I was watching a TV show because most of the time you don't even realise that they're acting. There is an episode in season 6, and it's the first time, and I think the only time I've seen a family-friendly show talk about a child getting abused by their parents. This show was genuinely years ahead of its time. There is a scene where Danny baths with the twins, and it triggers me. Even thinking about it now makes me physically uncomfortable. The fact that everyone gets their own little catchphrase and it just runs through the course of the show, and I just love it. It's so sweet and...
How rude! How rude! How rude! How rude! How rude!
How rude! Everyone just seemed to have a crush on Jessie, where my gay ass had a thing for Danny. I completely 100% believe that Full House was the inspiration for Friends. I will not accept that I am the Kimmy Gibbler of my house, even though everyone takes every opportunity to tell me so. Speaking of the Kimmy, she got a lot of verbal abuse over the course of the show, and it was always portrayed as banter. But sometimes it got a bit too much. Mostly when it was between Stephanie and Kimmy, it came across very light-hearted and mostly banterous. There were a few times where Stephanie took it too far, but there are times where it's mostly between Danny and Kimmy where he just takes it so far, and I just genuinely feel sorry for Kimmy. It gave me the gibble feels. When we finally finished the show, I was both happy and sad. I was sad because this show has been such a big part of mine and Terry's day for the past 5 weeks, and now it's just over. But the show went on for so fucking long. There is a character called Aaron, and the sheer thought of him makes my body
he triggers me so fucking much, and it's just his face.
And it's not the actor, it's the character that it makes me seethe. It got so bad where there was this shot of this kid with brown hair, and it was just the back of his head, and I thought it was Aaron, and I was just like, why the fuck is he in this scene? He's just not even needed. He's just like, bite. And then the kid turns around, and I realised it wasn't Aaron, and I was just like, oh, okay, you can use him. If you're thinking about watching this show, I do suggest you do, because it's such a lovely, heartwarming show. But at the same time, it tackles so many different subjects that a parent and kids would just do great from listening to, and I'm so sad that I didn't watch it sooner. In my books, Full House gets a 9 out of 10. The only way this show could have got better is if it went on for longer, or if there was like a mini-series which bridges the gap between Full House and Fuller House, because there's a lot we're probably not going to know about between the two series. So yeah, Full House, 10 out of 10. We're about to watch Fuller House. So after season 1, I'm going to give a little review of that and see how well it compares to Full House. We'll see if it lives up to its name.